Like other forms of workflow automation, lead scoring can help you connect your processes, your campaigns, and your other teammates together to achieve your goals. This is designed to make your life easier. The things just happen immediately, and there's no human error to worry about. Nobody falls through the cracks, no phone numbers or names are misspelled. It just happens. This makes your contacts' lives easier as well, because their experience with your business becomes better, because you have a better understanding of them. You know about their level of engagement. You know their characteristics. You know their recent actions. You know their temperature at that moment. Lead scoring is another tool in your customer experience toolbox that you can use to then fill in the gaps and get a clearer picture on your contacts. That's not to say it's a magic bullet that's going to change everything, but it's definitely going to help. It can also be a little misleading if you make some of those common mistakes. So let's recap those. First, make sure that you've got some controls in place to subtract points as well as let points expire. If your contacts can only ever get more points, you're going to distort their scores and you're going to distort your perception of how engaged they actually are. Second, if you're using ActiveCampaign, make sure to set the rules first in the Manage Scores tab of the Contacts section. Set each rule once and then use automation for repeat scoring on a given action. This is to help you keep everything straight so that contacts don't earn too many points for completing a single action. Third, really think about the actions that are important to your buying cycle or your lead nurturing process or your awards program. Whatever it is that you're awarding points for, really think about the different actions and their importance. If you have those identified before you start adding rules and adding points, you're going to have a much better frame of reference for related scores, for thresholds, and for point weighting. Fourth, you don't have to build everything at once. Get in there, get your bearings, build a few rules, and wait. See what happens. See how it works. Let the automations run. Observe how the points are accrued. Observe how many people go through those automations, what kind of point totals you end up having at the end of it, who's getting the points, and then what the results are. Then, if you have a more better understanding, you can add some additional rules. You can adjust the points or the expiration periods, and you can add in another threshold. Remember, if you want to achieve growth, you have to involve testing, experimenting, iterating, and getting better. It's how you get better. Nothing is set it and forget it. So keep your eyes open, keep your brain working on how you might be able to improve your system, and really don't be afraid to ask for help either. ActiveCampaign has some wonderful customer success teams. Our customer support team is here to help you. Again, it's better to ask for help earlier than later. It's certainly going to help you understand it, and don't get to the point where you're so incredibly frustrated and lost that you're just ready to chuck the whole thing out the window. We're here to help you, and we want to see you succeed. Again, take note of the places that you find yourself repeating actions. Are you monitoring to see if someone has looked at a page or responded to an email? What are the places you're returning to time and time again? Those are good places to start automating and then building out lead scores according to those actions. Fifth, lead scoring relies on a lot of other features and functionality. So if you're looking for better results, or if you're looking for a more accurate read, remember to set up your tags, your site tracking system, any integrations that you might have, your lead status thresholds, all of your segmentation. Set all that up before you begin implementing these rules and applying points and lead scores. Lead scoring works best when it's a system that sits on top of many of these other marketing and reporting processes that you already have in place. And finally, remember to consider both fit and interest. Both lead characteristics, fit, and their behavior, interest, are crucially important. So be sure to set multiple rules for both categories and do your best to assign points evenly among those rules. If you do this, it ensures that you're accounting for both fit and interest, and a contact who scores highly in both of those is definitely more likely to convert and a better fit to be your customer. At the end of the day, lead scoring it's another perspective that you can get on your contact list. It's another lens through which you can look and understand a contact on an individual level. Using automation, you can gamify your marketing efforts with rules that you yourself created, tailored to your business, your processes, or the journey that you're measuring. Lead scoring helps you understand your contacts, but also your business, and the actions, the behaviors, and the characteristics that matter the most. You'll get a new perspective on what's working and what's not. How do your contacts actually interact with your business? What might not be as important as you thought it was? What might be more important than you thought? And that's the point